guys, welcome back to my channel, and I hope that you're all doing really well this week. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually a makeup teacher as well as a makeup artist. So today I thought, why not give you guys a little taster or a little insight into what I usually teach in my masterclasses. I also teach in schools and colleges, and I also do private one-to-one makeup lessons. But I thought, you know what, let me give them a little bit of an insight into what I do. So today, and this is going to be really exciting for those of you who are maybe beginners or maybe feel like eye makeup is something that you're just completely clueless with, I'm going to go through a really simple 3-step smoky eye. Legit, that is it, 3 steps, and I'm going to show you how to create a really easy smoky eye. And then moving from that, I'm going to show you how to turn that from like an easy smoky eye into something a little bit more glam. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I've already got my base on, and as usual I will pop down what I've used on my skin below. I've also concealed and primed my eyelids, so we're ready to go with our first step. So for this look, and to make this 3-step smoky eye even easier, I'm going to show you how you're only going to have to use 3 main brushes. Okay, so your first brush is going to be the big fluffy brush, your second brush is going to be the flat one, and your final brush is going to be like a skinny fluffy brush. And I'm going to take you guys through it step by step. All 3 brushes are from MAC, so I will pop down exactly what numbers they are, but to be honest, if you've got roughly kind of similar brushes to this, you'll be able to achieve the look. So don't worry too much about having the specific ones, but if you've got similar shapes and a similar brush, then you should be able to do this just fine. So today we are going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm going to teach you this look using just this palette. So step number 1, we're going to go in with our crease colour, and I'm going to be using this one just here, which is Raw Sienna, which is almost like a natural sort of brown. So I would say, you know, your crease colour should always be matte and quite, I say, like probably close to your skin tone, but like a couple of shades darker. And I'm going to be using my first brush, which is the big fluffy one. And always with your crease colour, guys, you're going to start in the outside corner and do my standard windscreen wiping action. I feel like I should trademark that, and just going back and forth into the crease to create that nice easy shadow. The crease is just this little bit that goes inside, and all you have to do, guys, with this brush is literally sit in the crease and then just follow it through. This fluffy brush will literally do all the work for you, so you won't need to move your brush up or down to get that kind of faded look. And you want to basically keep blending like until it looks nice and smooth, and almost also apply a little bit more pressure if it's going patchy. So it might be that you're being like too light-handed with it, so the product's not really buffing into the eyelid. So what you might want to do is push it in a little bit, apply a little bit of pressure, and then go back and forth, and it'll probably just smooth it out even better. So guys, once you've done that, we're ready for our step 2, and our step 2 is going to be the eyelid colour. And this is where you get to pick like a nice shimmery colour. If you want to put glitter on, you can put glitter. I'm going to stick with this shade right here, which I think is called Primavera. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's like a nice sort of like champagne golden kind of colour in the palette. And I'm going to use my flat brush. So when you think about brushes, a flat brush will always apply colour, and your fluffy brush will always blend. So always remember that with your eyeshadow brushes. So fluffy will always blend and flat will always apply. So we're going to use a flat brush and just apply that onto the eyelid. Now when you apply colour, you want to press it on. So almost like, you know, press and pat that colour on. You don't want to be doing this. So if you start to do this, it will just start to take off the eyeshadow. It will basically make your eyeshadow go on way better, and you get a much better colour payoff as well. And you can pretty much build up this shade as much as you want. So if you want it super shimmery, you can just keep going with layers of it. So the best way to build up eyeshadow, guys, is by just doing it layer by layer instead of taking a whole amount in one go. Okay guys, so step number 3 is going to be sort of like a darker corner colour, and that's when you get that kind of like dark faded effect, which gives you that smoky eye. And I'm going to go in with Cyprus, Umber. These shades have like really difficult names, don't they? So I'm going to go in with this dark brown colour just here. I'm going to use my third and final brush, which is our skinny fluffy brush. So if you think about what I said earlier, which is, you know, anything fluffy will blend, but if we use something that was quite big on the corners of the eyes, you can imagine that like the eyeshadow would just go everywhere. And often when people say to me, I try to do a smoky eye, but it looks like I punched myself in the face. Yeah, but that's probably why, because it's just like a bigger, it's like too big of a brush for that little area. So we're going to use a skinny fluffy brush, which is just this guy, little guy here. You're basically going to be applying and blending the colour in one go. And this step is not going to be like your crease colour, so you're not going to be going all the way in and out. You're basically just going to be applying this in this little C shape here on the outer corner of your eyes. So if I just show you before I blend that in, so just going around in this C shape, like so, and then just keep going around in that C shape, but keep your movement really, really small. So this isn't like, you know, going really, really big, otherwise that's where your eyeshadow is basically going to end up. But this is like just keeping it in that little C shape and making a small movement just to blend that into the eyeshadow. Now the other important thing is I'm not doing it out here. So there's a big difference between applying it out here and applying it on the actual eyelid corner, which is just there. It will naturally, because you're using a fluffy brush, it will naturally start to fade outwards. That's why when you see eyeshadow that kind of is like out here, you're thinking, oh, so that's where I need to apply the colour. Actually, that's just where it's blended out to. So just keep your C shape in the corners and it will naturally, with your fluffy brush, blend outwards. And when you pick your darker corner colour, guys, just remember to, you know, go quite a few shades darker. But don't be scared. Take it sort of like a little bit at a time. So if you found you've done this C shape and you're like, oh my god, that has literally just gone so like wrong, or it's gone too high, too low, what you can do is take your big fluffy brush, which you used at the beginning. You can take this and use it a little bit like your eraser. So what I usually do is I just go over the edges. So literally just the edges. You don't want to go over the whole thing, otherwise you'll just end up taking it off. So literally just the edges, wherever you feel like you can see like lines, you know, like any harsh lines. And what this will do is just soften up that eyeshadow. And if you've made a mistake, don't worry, there's always little tricks and stuff that you can use to, like, you know, kind of fix that. So guys, believe it or not, that is literally your 3-step smoky eye. So your step 1 was your crease colour, then your eyelid colour, and then your darker corner colour. And it's literally as easy as that. So as you can see, it creates quite like an effective kind of smoky eye. And all you would have to do to finish this look off is just to add like a little bit of eyeliner or maybe a little bit of mascara, you know, just finish off with a quick lip and you're basically done. But I am going to be a little bit cheeky, and I mean, I already made it quite easy for you guys with 3 steps. I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and add a couple more just to show you how you can then glam this smoky eye up. So how you can go from like a bit more of a natural smoky eye to something that's going to be a little bit more glam for the evenings. So the first thing I'm going to do to glam this up is I'm going to add an inner corner highlight, which is just in the tear duct just here. I usually use whatever I've used on my cheeks, and I feel like that combination works really well because it just kind of all goes together. So I've used on my cheeks today is the Becca Cosmetics highlighter Champagne Pop, which is my fave. So I'm just going to pop this on into the inner corners just to give it that little bit of glow. And I really feel like this is really nice for, you know, whether it's a daytime or an evening look, to be honest, but it does add a little touch of glam almost. It's also a great tip for like anyone who feels like their eyes are a little bit on the smaller side. So if you want to make your eyes look kind of bigger and brighter, then this is a really good way of doing that. I'm also going to go ahead and use the same shade, or the same highlighter rather, underneath my eyebrow bone to give it that kind of nice glow. And guys, you can make this highlight area, you know, in your inner corners or underneath your brows as bright as you want. If you want it to like illuminate your face, then by all means make it as, you know, as strong as you want it to. I love highlight. I feel like highlight's a bit like icing on the cake. That's what I describe it as, but it's got that glow. Love it. So the next thing I can do to make this a little bit more glam is obviously add eyeliner. Now, like I've kind of mentioned maybe in my previous videos, sometimes I feel like not all eyeshadow looks need winged eyeliner. And if you're like me and you like to be quite low maintenance with it, or if you just don't have time, and seeing as this video is all about like a 3-step quick, easy smoky eye, I'm thinking let's just save time with the eyeliner too. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of pencil. As you can see, my pencil is like a little baby pencil. It's been sharpened to the end of its life almost, but I'm still making use of it. Does anyone else do that? You know, like you get to right to the bottom of a product or anything and you're like, I'm going to use this until there is like every single last drop has been taken out of it. So I'm going to use my pencil and I'm literally just going to line the tops of my eyelid. The tops of my eyelid? I just make stuff up as I go along, clearly. But I'm just going to line the top lash line. That's what I should be saying. And of course, you can pop the same eyeliner into the waterline as well, just to balance that out. Now, if you are someone who, you know, doesn't want to make this eye look so intense, then you could either go for brown eyeliner as well in the waterline. So brown works really nicely. It looks a little bit more natural. But black is, you know, if you really want your eye makeup to sort of stand out and you want to go for that kind of sultry smokiness, then this works really, really well. So the last thing that I like to do just to finish glamming this eye makeup look is I like to add just a little bit of eyeshadow just underneath, just to balance out what we've done at the top. And also, sometimes I feel like, you know, pencil in the waterline is quite like 90s. Like, I remember when I was in sixth form and the only makeup I used to wear, believe it or not, was just black pencil in my eyes, and I used to think that looked really, really great. So anyone else who went along with that trend, hit me up. Love to hear from you guys. But I think what looks really nice with a smoky eye is once you've lined your waterline, I like to use the same colour that I used in the corners of my eyes, so that when we did that little C shape, so that same kind of like dark brown tone. And then you're almost going to just wiggle that brush underneath. But to soften it out, you're going to get your big fluffy brush that you use right at the beginning for your crease, and you can use that just to smoke out what you've done underneath. I feel like this is what creates that true nature of a smoky eye, because a smoky eye is all about it being sultry, being quite like soft and smudgy. So guys, I've just popped on some mascara and I'm going to finish off by just applying some really natural lashes. These are from MAC and they're number 36 lashes. They just give like a nice kind of more natural wispy look, but by all means you guys could just finish off with a bit of mascara and then you're pretty much done. I'm going to go in with these. Guys, when you're applying lashes, always stick on the center first, because once you stick on the center, then it becomes a lot easier to kind of just fix up the little corners as well. So guys, I just finished off with a really nice pinky nude lip, and the two products I use were both from MAC, and it's Whirl lip pencil, and I'll open this one up. It's Creme Cup lipstick. So together they mix in really well, create that sort of perfect pinky nude, really good for Asian skin tone. So those are the two products that I like to use. So guys, that is your easy 3-step smoky eye, and I hope you enjoyed watching how then you can glam that up just using a few simple techniques and little things that you can add to make that more of like an evening glam look. And definitely drop me a message if this really helped you guys out, or if you were a complete beginner and this actually finally taught you how to do a smoky eye. I would love to hear from you. Also, if anyone is interested in my private one-to-one makeup lessons, just drop me an email or a DM and we can get you booked in, or I can send you a little bit more information about that too. Make sure you stick around for my bloopers at the end, and as always guys, stay beautiful, stay you. So I've already popped. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be having the eye even easier for you guys. Guys, there's always little trips. I'm so tired. Okay. Get my big fluffy blending brush, cleaning brush. Yeah, this isn't going as well today. Can't remember what I wanted to say. And I don't.